Hey there everyone, welcome to Violet's Dream Tarot. So this reading is going to be a little bit different to what I normally do because this reading, it's like more of a session really. We've got a reading and we've also going to do like a little healing session. And this video is kind of like a reaction to what's going on in the world at the moment because when everything started happening with the pandemic, I kind of didn't want to talk about that on the channel. I didn't want to mention it explicitly because I kind of wanted this to be like a safe space where we don't have to think about that, where we don't have to kind of talk about that. But recently the UK went back into a strict lockdown, and I know that there are lots of other people all around the world in a similar position. There's also Brexit and loads of other things that people might be stressed or worried about. And so this is kind of just for anyone who's struggling at the moment, regardless of whether you're in a lockdown or you're just struggling with restrictions or just struggling with anything really, whatever it is that is going on for you that you're finding difficult to cope with, then I'm going to do my best for you in this video. So there will be a reading like normal, and I've got lots of different oracle cards chosen to use in this reading, along with quite a few that I don't normally use. I'm using a few decks that I would consider to be quite personal decks to me because I don't really use them much in readings for other people. Some really powerful decks, and we're using charms and dice as always, but I'd also like to do a little bit of a healing session in this video, and you don't have to take part in that. That's fine if you don't want to. There are going to be timestamps below so that you can just watch the reading. If that's all you want to do, that's completely fine. But I feel like a lot of people just need that little bit of a lift. They just need a little bit of a healing session, so I wanted to do this as like a little free session that you can partake in on YouTube if you don't have the means, or maybe weren't even aware of the possibility of buying an online kind of distance healing session from anyone really, if you weren't aware that that was a thing, or if you don't personally have the means to do that. So that's what I'm going to do today. So thank you as always to all of you. Thank you to everyone who's subscribed and has supported me and been a part of this channel. Thank you to everyone who has donated to this channel, and for all of you people who leave me lovely comments. It really does mean a lot to me, and I love interacting with you guys on the channel. Thank you as always as well to my lovely patrons, including Alexandra, Kelly and Shelley, new patron. Thank you for all of your support. And let's get into picking the piles now, and then we can move on to the healing session after that for those of you that want to take part in it. So I've got these big, well, kind of medium sized actually, but they look big on this mat, Disney toys. And they're all actually scented. They all smell like really quite sweet. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think it might be like apple blossom, something like that, that kind of really, really sweet, fruity smell. So pile one, we have Donald Duck, and they're so soft as well. And we'll be using the Fairy Tarot with that pile. We're just going to get messages really. I don't have a particular question in mind for this reading. Sorry for not mentioning this already when I'm asking you to pick the piles, but I just want to see what messages want to come through, because I know that a lot of people kind of just don't know what to ask at the moment. You know, you're not sure what's going on in the world. You don't really have much in the way of opportunities for meeting someone in love, or for progressing your career, or going traveling, or things like that. So I just want to get messages for you guys and see what comes through. So pile two is actually the Cheshire Cat. I know it doesn't really look like him because of the way these toys are made to be kind of long, but this is the Cheshire Cat, and we'll be using Tarot in Wonderland with him. And then we have Grumpy, my favourite dwarf from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and the Angel Tarot for that pile. So pile one, Donald Duck with Fairy Tarot, pile two, Cheshire Cat with Tarot in Wonderland, and pile three, Grumpy with the Angel Tarot cards. So whichever pile or pile you're feeling most drawn to intuitively, not your favourite character, but just intuitively feeling pulled towards, is going to be the pile with the most accurate messages for you. It's fine if you need more time. Pause the video, see which kind of pile you're feeling most drawn to, take deep breaths if needed. And yeah, I'm going to move on to the healing session now. So for those of you who want to get involved with that, just stick around a few more seconds. But for those of you who don't, just pause the video and choose your pile, or jump to the pile that you have chosen. Hi there to those of you who want to take part in this little mini healing session that I'm going to do now. So I don't have any particular plans for this. I've just got a few little bits and pieces to get involved with, but I haven't kind of written myself a list or a script or anything. I'm just going to see where the energy pulls me. So by watching this, you are consenting to receiving healing. And I just like to set the intention now that anyone who watches this video from this point onwards will receive healing regardless of where they are when they watch it or when they are when they watch it. This healing is going to be sent through time and space to everyone who watches this now. Okay, and I feel like the main issues that I expected, but that I'm also kind of picking up on as I tune into your energy right now, you guys, is anxiety and worry, kind of fear as well. Those are kind of the main issues that I'm picking up. It's like a very tense energy. I'm already kind of feeling a little bit tense, like in my shoulders and in my chest a little bit, you know, that kind of when you struggle to remember to breathe, almost that really tight feeling. So I am feeling that from a lot of you. I'm also feeling slight tenseness in my forehead. So I feel a lot of you have been struggling with headaches or just feeling like tired from your headspace. Okay, so let's get started. I've got a few lovely little crystals here that I thought you guys might want to see. So I picked them specifically to kind of represent the different elements. So let me show you these ones first. So for the water element, we've got this blue coral. It's really, really beautiful. For the fire element, we have this red stone, which I'm not sure what it is actually, but I picked it up on the beach years and years ago, probably about 10 years ago, because I just felt there was something special about it, and it was like a dark brown color when I picked it up, but then when it dried out after I took it home, it was this red color. So I think it's possibly red jasper or something like that, but obviously it's not polished or anything, it's just as I found it. It's fire element. Then for earth element, I picked up this piece of jet actually, just because I felt like that was really in tune with those earthy elemental feelings. And for air element, I have this gorgeous blue gold stone, which is really shiny and sparkly. And it actually reminds me of the floor in the Disney shop. If you ever go in any Disney shops, they have this kind of sparkly dark blue floor. So it's funny that I'm using this crystal today when I used those little Disney characters on our piles today. So I thought I would just set out those crystals because I want to invoke those energies, and you can choose to just focus on absorbing energy maybe from the water crystal or the fire crystal, you know, whichever one you feel drawn to, or you can ask to receive energy from all of these crystals, trying to tune your energy into full balance with the elements. And I also thought I would bring along this tektite as well, this tektite crystal, which is a glass that falls from space. Just because I felt that there would be a lot of star seeds with us today as well. A lot of people who feel very kind of displaced on the earth at this time, who feel like the vibration of the earth is just very heavy and therefore very draining. I feel like a lot of you feel sick a lot of the time just because the vibration is so dense, it's so heavy, it's so intense, and it feels just, you know, so yucky for a lot of you. So I felt like I would bring this along as well, for those of you who want to tune into that starseed energy, and I'd quite like them to help us with our reading as well. So now what I want to do is I just want to bring in this opalite crystal. It's really beautiful, like it's even more beautiful in real life because it just seems to somehow have all of the colors in it, but in a really muted way. You know, it's not sparkly like opal is, it's very kind of dull. So it's almost like it suggests all of the colors being there, and then you're not quite sure if they are, but it's just really, really beautiful. So I just wanted to use this to promote this kind of clear and pure energy coming in for us today. So what I thought I'd do first of all is just pluck out some negative energies, because I feel like there's a lot of that going around at the moment, and I don't want you guys to carry that around anymore. So let's just do that now. Let's just pluck negative energy away. It's especially around like the temple area that I want to take it from at the moment. You can can really feel it quite tightly around my temples. Yeah, so I definitely want to take that away. Take it away. I'm just asking the angels to take this off planet as I take it out and just cleanse it, purify it, and return it to its original source. Let's pluck more energy. What kind of negative energy, that really heavy, tense energy. And I genuinely feel that it doesn't belong to any of us personally either. You know, you might feel that your headache is caused by your worries or by too much screen time or something like that, but I genuinely feel like at the moment these issues aren't caused by us anymore. They're caused by energies that we've taken on that aren't ours. So let's just release that and let it go. Feel like these negative thoughts, these really negative feelings as well, aren't our own. So we can just, you know, ask for them to be released from our energy field. We can just say, okay, I release this. I don't want to hold on to this anymore. It's not mine. Okay. Pluck. You can set the intention if you want to, just to release anything that is not yours, anything that does not belong in your energy field, in your space. I can really feel a lot of relief from my body already just from plucking this. So definitely it's having an effect on a lot of you. My head is like so much lighter now already. Okay, let's just do a little bit more plucking. Just want that negative energy just to come out. Okay. Now, what I want to do actually with this opalite charm, because this is a purifier, is I want you guys just to focus on whatever you're feeling right now. You know, just be aware of what you're feeling, and we can be aware of our feelings without letting that define us. You know, we can feel angry or sadness, we can feel grief, we can feel upset, we can feel frustration, exhaustion, whatever it is, without letting that define us. You know, you might think, well, I'm not an angry person, so why am I feeling angry right now? That's just the situation right now, and you can let that go with love. Like I said, it probably doesn't belong to you. Those feelings are probably just like a reaction to energies that you've taken on that aren't yours, and that's why it doesn't feel like it belongs to you. You know, like if you have been saying to yourself, I'm not this person, I'm usually so strong, or I'm usually so happy, or, you know, I never get angry, then it's because it doesn't belong to you. So what I want you to do is just focus on how you're feeling and just breathe out your worries, fears, anxieties, anger, whatever it is, breathe it out onto this opalite charm and just let it be contained there, because the angels will take that away and they will cleanse that and purify that and then return it to its original source, which in all likelihood is not you. So just focus on the opalite charm and just breathe out that energy or those thoughts, those feelings, those worries, whatever it is. So 1, 2, 3. We can do it again. And one more time. Okay. And if you want to go back and keep doing that, you can just rewind the video or pause the video or whatever. If you feel like you have more that you need to breathe out, that's completely fine. So now I want to move on to focusing more on positive energies. Once we've breathed out that negativity, once we've kind of raised our vibration by getting rid of that heavy, intense, low vibrational energy, we want to focus more on some positivity. So we've got this gorgeous heart crystal here, and I'm not exactly sure which crystal it is. I've had it a very long time, and it was a gift. And I also have this red jasper heart crystal. So 2 beautiful heart crystals. And I just want us to focus on love. I want us to focus on healing, for the collective. Okay, so we've got these beautiful heart charms. So just put your hand on your heart and just think, okay, I'm ready to accept love now. I'm ready to accept healing. I accept higher vibrational energies into my life and into my space. I think we should take a few deep breaths in. So 1, 2, 3. And out. And again, 1, 2, 3. And out. And one more time, 1, 2, 3. And out. Okay. Oh, drop that. So now I just want to clear the space a little bit more with my gorgeous Tibetan bowl. I feel like this especially really helps with heart chakra cleansing. Just makes such a beautiful sound. Okay. So I'm going to lay out the crystals here. I just feel like just immediately like that vibration has just shifted in the room and it just feels so much lighter already. So I want to lay out the crystals to just be in the background while I do the reading. I've got lots of healing message cards, lots of cards about guidance as well and coping through difficult times. So we're going to move on to the readings now. Let me know if you enjoyed this little healing session. It's just a very short one, rather than being like a big full session, but I just felt like everyone needed that little bit of energy refreshing at this time, and just to pull out that negativity, because it really felt like that made a difference. So yeah, let me know below what your thoughts are, and we'll move on to the actual readings. Hi there, Group 1. If you chose Donald Duck and the Fairy Tarot cards, then this is going to be your reading. So let's hope that he stays stood over there. And you may notice, if you didn't watch the healing session, that we've got these little crystals dotted about the place, and that's just because we used them in the session. I wanted people to kind of absorb that energy while we did the reading. We've got crystals to represent starseeds and galactic communities. We've got crystals, one for each of the elements: water, fire, earth and air. And then we also have these 2 gorgeous heart crystals, just to kind of promote that heart healing and higher vibration for everyone, that compassionate energy, greater love energy for the collective. So let's see what messages want to come through for you at this time. I'm not calling on a particular deity or being. I mean, I have got some cards to call in angels and ascended masters, dragons, and some deities, but I'm just seeing what messages the universe has, what wants to come through for you at this time. So Group 1. Okay. So we've got the Six of Autumn there, which is the Six of Pentacles. The good you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. Then we have Seven of Summer, which is the Seven of Cups. No more procrastinating, your power comes from making a decision, confusion that arises from overanalyzing the options. Then we have Nine of Summer, so another Cups card. Wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. Wow. And finally, Four of Spring, which is the Four of Wands. Be grateful, you have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness, a contented personal life. Okay, so this is actually very positive, I feel. I was kind of expecting maybe some messages about how to cope with struggling, etc. But it feels like you guys are deep down positive people, or deep down optimistic people at the very least. Like you're someone who kind of doesn't lose hope even when the situation seems to kind of demand otherwise. The one thing I'm coming up with here that seems not negative but just kind of uncertain is the Seven of Summer, because when we get this card it seems like you're unsure which path to follow in life, or unsure of what to do next or what to focus on. It feels like your energy is just a little bit wavering, a little bit uncertain. I love the rainbow that's coming out here. I always think of healing. When I see rainbows and the promise of dreams being fulfilled, I think of happiness as well. So there's definitely this sense of you in the future choosing the right option for you, going down the right path for you. But it feels like you're just not sure right now what the best choice is or what to focus on really at the moment. And the rest of your cards are all very positive. Six of Autumn, Six of Pentacles always positively aspects the cards around it, I find. So this is about people being out there who care about you, people kind of keeping you in their thoughts at this time. I don't want to say that people are worried about you, but people just want to make sure that you're okay. Even if they don't physically do anything for you, they just want to make sure that you're okay. They hope that you'll get through this period very well. There may be new financial abundance coming your way in the sense of gifts, financial gifts, possibly a promotion for some of you, possibly just the chance to work overtime and therefore earning more money than you usually would, or getting some extra money on the side from doing something creative possibly, or offering some paid advice to someone, casual work, that kind of thing. But yeah, finance is very positively aspected. And then the Nine of Summer and the Four of Spring. Again, with the Four of Spring, I get the sense that there are people who genuinely care in your life. You may not be aware of this. You may not know how many people genuinely love you and care about you. But there are definitely these people out there. And I feel like just in general, there is a sense of harmony within you that you should be trying to tap into. So I feel like meditation will help with that, just to find that inner peace and harmony, because I feel like it definitely is there underneath whatever anxiety or worry or uncertainty is kind of coming to the surface. Underneath that, there's that peace. And then this gorgeous card just makes me think that you guys are trying to manifest, and this is a very positive message for those of you that are. I feel like positive things are coming your way. I feel like wishes are about to be fulfilled in the next couple of months. And I feel like it kind of happens in a way that you even wouldn't expect that it could go so well. You know, I feel like a lot of people hope for things or wish for things, and then they think, but deep down, I don't think this will happen. You know, deep down, I don't expect this to happen. But I feel like for you, it just kind of exceeds your expectations, which is beautiful. Beautiful message for the future. So definitely, group 1, don't give up hope, because I really feel like you are the positive people in this world, the people who kind of struggle to give up that last shred of hope even when it's demanded of you. And that is beautiful. So, group 1, you've got the Miriam there. It says sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Okay, that's beautiful. And again, with the two people there, it kind of feels again like there are people out there who care. that you work really well in partnerships. Some of you might be Geminis or Libras. Choose to forgive in order to heal is kind of what's pulling my attention at this time. You know, this might not even be forgiving a particular person. This could just be forgiving the circumstances for whatever has been taken away from you. You know, you might feel as though you've missed out on opportunities. You might have actually lost someone or lost a job or financial security, or it's kind of missed out on relationships and things like that, intimacy. Just forgive the situation and release that energy, because carrying that around with you is just going to carry on harming you and kind of pushing you down further. I feel like you're being encouraged to reach out to others, but I don't want to say that for sure until I've got some more cards. Group 1. Messages for Group 1. Okay, so you have Ma'at, fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So again, that Libra energy coming through. Yeah, so this is a positive message for those of you who are involved in disputes or legal situations and you're worried about that. Just know that things are going to work out well for you. Even if you're not in a legal situation or an argument with anyone, I just feel like things in general are going to work out well. You know that phrase, all's well that ends well? I feel like that can be applied here. Let's get a message from the masculine as well. Group 1. Jesus, support. Yeah, definitely. So reaching out to others for support. I was waiting for some kind of message like that because I felt it, but I wasn't sure about it. So send a message to someone, even if you haven't spoken to them for a while. I feel as though you may be pleasantly surprised. Group 1, that people are happy to hear from you, or that people genuinely care and they want to hear how you're doing. If you have fallen out with someone, as per these two cards, then now may be the time to look past that and to, you know, see the bigger picture and think, do I want this person in my life or not? If the answer is yes, then maybe reach out to them and say, look, can we talk? Or, you know, do you want to maybe meet up for a walk? Something like that. Okay, then we have innocence. Daisy, wow, yeah, this really beautiful, gentle card from you guys, Group 1. It feels like you have this gorgeous, clear, pure energy. And I got that as well when it said see the light in all, like you are potentially a light worker, Group 1, someone who is there to spread love and healing throughout the world, who is there to serve the divine purpose in raising the vibration of the collective. This innocence is nice as well. I feel like it's a message, again, not on a personal level about falling out with people, but I feel like it's more just saying you've done nothing wrong in this situation. If you've been struggling financially, or if you've been grieving someone that you've lost, or grieving opportunities that you've lost, or the year that you could have had, just know that you are innocent, and it's fine to feel angry or upset or disappointed or, you know, just tired of it all. That's completely fine. It's completely normal. Just don't, I feel, dwell on the negativity, because that can turn to when you kind of direct it at yourself in the end, because there's no one else to direct it at. So just remember that you're an innocent party and you deserve to be treated that way. White and light blue seem to be colours that are coming out for you in this reading. So they may be colours you like to wear or would like to work with. You know, some of you are interested in colour healing or colour energy. So here we have Healing the Earth, number 20, love, humility and respect. Definitely light workers, Group 1. And to be honest, from the messages that we've got so far, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are starseeds as well. And I also get strong air energy from this pile. So air elementals like the fairies, which you chose for this pile, are working with you. Love, humility and respect. That's beautiful. So again, it feels like reaching out to others, trying to be that kind person who's there for others, and in return getting that support and those messages from other people as well. And then you have number 26, the meditation. peace, relief, sanctuary. So literally what I was talking about earlier was that I felt that you have this inner peace, this harmony beneath the surface, beneath the worries and the stress and the fears, and that meditation would really help with that. I know not all of you can focus on sitting and closing your eyes and meditating like this. I know that that doesn't work for everyone, but you might find a kind of other form of meditation, like a mindful state, helpful. And what I mean by that is that some of you might want to try yoga, but again, that's not for everyone. Something I would possibly suggest if you're one of these people is going for a walk or doing something really menial like washing the dishes, or scrubbing the bathroom or something. That can really help to focus your mind, because you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything else while you're washing up or while you're scrubbing the bathroom. You can't be distracted by anything. And that means that your mind has to listen to itself, so that gives you time to go within. So if you struggle to just sit and close your eyes and find inner peace that way, then you might benefit from trying to find it while you're doing some kind of boring activity, or possibly going for a walk as well. Again, it's something that kind of commands your time and attention. Thorns, number 14, weave together the crown you deserve. So again, this card is about lifting everyone up all at once. Everyone has suffered in their own way. Even if people seem like they're really having a great time on social media, or, you bump into them and they seem like they're having the best possible life, that's not necessarily the case. Behind closed doors or inside your own mind, things can be very, very different. So I feel like that's just saying, always be there for others if you feel like they need to talk. Always look at things from an open mind. Don't judge people immediately, etc. This feels like collectively trying to pull each other up. Really beautiful. So let's see some more messages. Group 1. Dragon message this time. Fire and water dragon enables your life to flow with loving force. Prepare for change and to move forward quickly. Expect the unexpected. Have fun. So yeah, it definitely feels as though things are going to be manifested for you very quickly, or you're going to get some very positive, unexpected opportunities, I feel, within the next 3 months. I also love that the fire and water dragon is flying in the air here. He's not in the water, he's not sitting by a fire, he's flying in the air. So that really seems to resonate with you guys. I think a lot of you have just wished that you could fly away recently, that you could just flap your wings and disappear into the air, just to be free of everything. One of my favorite things to imagine when I'm trying to get to sleep, or when I'm kind of meditating but don't have a particular goal, is I like to imagine sitting in a hot air balloon and just floating away. So you can do this as a meditation for a few different reasons. You could imagine, being in your space right now and feeling worried, feeling stressed, etc. And you can imagine getting into this hot air balloon and flying away and just looking down as everything gets smaller and smaller and further away until you can't even see it anymore. And you're just flying in the sky. It could be a beautiful sunny day. I quite like imagining a nighttime sky full of stars. You could be flying over the sea. You could be flying over a forest, over a desert, over the beach, over cities, whatever you want to do. Just imagine it. Imagine being cozy with blankets and hot chocolate, or whatever warm drink you want to imagine. And yeah, just being in that space where no one can reach you, no one can hurt you, nothing can worry you, etc. I feel like that's quite therapeutic. So you might want to try doing that, because that's like a very air-centered meditation. Or if you don't want to imagine kind of escaping something, then you can just imagine being in the hot air balloon and floating around and seeing what happens, seeing where you get taken, seeing what you might see, just being in the space, being in the moment. So then we have breaking trail. A breakthrough is at hand, and it really does feel that way, group 1. Like I said, it feels like there are going to be changes soon. Even if you find that hard to imagine right now, if you just feel like there's no way that change could come to you because things have been stagnant for so long. I genuinely believe things are about to change. Okay, this says, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. And that's a beautiful message here. I just feel like it's saying that, you know, God, if you believe in God, or deities, your angels, your guardians, your guides, they are all around you. And they're not going to leave you. So if you feel alone, just know that you are never alone. You know, there are always these beings around you. There are these energies surrounding you that want to be heard, that want to help you. So please do take that on board. So now I'm going to use one of my very personal decks that I don't really use in readings at all. I have used them once or twice on the channel and once or twice in personal readings, but really not much more than that. Because I just use them for readings for myself, really. So let's get you some messages from these cards. Group 1. Okay, Miracle of Isis, Miraculous Healing of the Goddess. And I'm going to get you 2 cards from the 2 other decks that I've chosen, and then I'll read from the guidebooks for you. Okay, Group 1, message for Group 1. Weave the Future Golden, number 44, gorgeous. And from the Divine Circus Oracle, Group 1. Okay. Play Your Hand, number 39. And Death Shall Not Take Him, number 3. It's a gorgeous image. Okay, let me get these guidebooks and read just like the opening bit so that you understand what these cards are about. Because I love the way these guidebooks are written. These are all Alana Fairchild decks. I really recommend them to anyone who wants to do some deep healing or is looking for a very powerful deck. The guidebook is massive. It's really, really thick. It's written kind of like a novel because it's so thick. And each card actually has a meditation that comes with it. So I really recommend these cards for people that are really serious about healing or getting divine messages. So Miracle of Isis, first of all, Miraculous Healing of the Goddess. This says that Lady Isis wishes to lift a load that has become too heavy for you to heal on your own, beloved. She cannot take something away from you if you are not willing to release it to her, however. Release for healing means trust, letting go of attachment to outcome and how that outcome might be achieved, and opening to the divine genius of healing that seeks to express the perfection of divine love through you now. So this is definitely about handing over that which you've been holding on tightly to, and it might be desperately wanting something to manifest, desperately wanting something to turn out in a very specific way. It may be that you have been holding on to someone who has now passed over and you're kind of not letting yourself go through the grieving process because you just can't, you know, let that person go. That may also be on a relationship level if that person has left your life or, you know, is ghosting you or whatever. You're holding on to that energy and you're afraid to let it go. So whatever it is that you're holding on to, be honest with yourself and hand it over to be healed. So I feel like if you guys didn't watch the healing session, it would definitely be helpful because there was a little bit about releasing and accepting in that. So then Weave the Future Golden, which is a Kuan Yin oracle card, says something good is coming your way. Kuan Yin urges you to weave your future into the present moment, to call in and draw to you the opportunities, teachings, circumstances, and synchronicities waiting for you that will enable your soul to live its divine destiny with greater abundance, bliss, and creative fulfillment. So that's just a beautiful message, which is so in tune with what we've already heard, that you are manifesting these gorgeous things. And then these 2 cards from the Divine Circus Oracle. Firstly, Play Your Hand. This says, have you been playing your cards close to your chest? Have you been waiting for the universe to give you a sign, for life to show you how to proceed? Sometimes we need to be patient and surrendered, but there's also a time to take the initiative. It's your time to show your hand to the universe. What do you want? What can you offer? Ask, express, expect. The universe is waiting for you to make your move. And that is very similar to what this card was saying here, the 7 of Summer. It says, no more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. So it definitely feels like you're being asked to move in a certain direction. Say you're not sure about what you want to do with a relationship or what you want to do with your career, or anything like that. It's saying make a decision, do something proactive, send that message or book that flight, or, whatever it is that you're trying to do that you've been hesitating about because you've been worried. Just do something so the universe knows which direction you're headed in. And then we have death shall not take him. This says you are going to witness the impossible made possible. Whatever you think is lost is not. Whatever you think cannot be, shall be. The universe is going to intervene, and what seems to be over shall, in a new way, live again. So this is like a miraculous intervention and being saved at the final moment. At the 11th hour, suddenly everything comes back to you, everything is saved. So this is a really positive message, you guys. I think one of the things that possibly I'm getting from this is that something which has been cancelled or put on hold or presumed to be over because of the current situation is going to go ahead for you. So you're going to be surprised that actually you are able to get something done that you had kind of written off completely. Gardenia, listen to the divine whispers stirring in your heart. I'll just get you 2 more little cards, and then we'll do your charms and dice, group 1. So let's see what kind of angels are working with you at this time. So we have number 8 and number 3. See what angels those are. So number 8 is Angel of Victory. Life in all its aspects is a struggle. Each new life is a triumph of nature. So again, this feeling that you will overcome whatever is standing in your way. And then number 3 is Angel of Annunciation. Willingly accept and don't resist what is awaiting you. Beautiful. So again, I feel like it's about releasing attachment to a particular outcome. Say if you're manifesting a relationship and you want it to be with a specific person, maybe this is saying, look, there's someone better, but we can't bring them into your life until you accept that this person is an option, until you release the old person, then we can't do that. Or until you make that move, we can't offer you these new opportunities. Okay, and then your final card messages have all come out in a big group, so you've got a lot. Raduj se ze života. Just find joy in life or get excited about life. Vybírej si pozitivní myšlenky. Choose positive thoughts for yourself. Jsi spojen se vším. You are connected to everyone and everything. Dovol svému vnitřnímu světlu zářit. Allow your inner light to shine. Now what's incredible is all of these angels that have popped out in these little angel cards are yellow. So that makes me think of the solar plexus energy. It makes me think of confidence. A lot about healing as well. But again, we've got these very similar messages to what we've heard already. Reaching out to people. You're connected to everyone no matter where they live. Allow your inner light to shine. You are this light worker. Choose those positive thoughts for yourself. Get excited about what's to come. Beautiful. So group 1, let's get your charms and dice on top now. Just a little quick disclaimer, if you don't like the sound of the charms being shuffled, or if you find them really loud, then you might just want to turn down the volume a little bit while I shuffle them. So group 1, messages for you at this time. Okay, so we've got a few letters here. We've got I and V, which technically spells out 4 in Roman numerals, or 6 if you read it the other way around. And we also have you. So those could be people's names, surnames, they could be words, places, etc. Whatever comes to your mind. We have Capricorn as well, so Capricorn energy coming through. Fire elementals helping you out at this time. This is also a good luck charm. We've got the Hanged Man there. So this, again, feeling like you're waiting for something, like you're stopping yourself from making a decision, and now you're being asked to make that choice. Love is in the air with the hummingbird charm, so potential new love coming your way. Again, I feel like people just genuinely care about you and they want to help you out, or they want to hear about you. So that's a message that I get from that. Material security and comfort. That's really nice to have that. Changes are coming. You're about to move in a new direction. Really feels like things aren't going to stay this way for much longer. Group 1, this stagnancy or this fear. You've got the cartouche. So being divinely protected for your entire lifetime and the next lifetime as well. It's like a 2-lifetime deal of protection whenever we get that charm. Then we have the snake here. So this could refer to someone who's born in the year of the snake. But it's also a charm about feeling that someone doesn't like you, or that someone is going to be hostile towards you or stand in your way. And then this person actually turns out to help you. So again, have an open mind about people. See the best in other people, because they may just surprise you. You've got this charm of endurance, the vine. You know, no matter how much you try to cut down something like ivy, it always creeps back out again. It's hiding somewhere in the cracks and it just grows as thick and as quickly as it did before. So endurance, resilience, protection as well. We've got that shield there. Shield your energy. Try not to take on or absorb too much negativity from others. We've got the baby boy there. So some of you have a young male child or are looking to conceive soon. I also feel for some of you this is talking about inner child issues now. Maybe even wanting to be more childish, like wanting not to have responsibility, or wanting just to do, you know, things like watch kids' movies or colour in or just go for a run or something, like without having to think too much about it. And then we have the divine masculine charm here. So divine masculine issues being healed, situations being improved with the divine masculine. And I feel like this is also a message about springtime. So springtime being your good time, springtime being when things turn around or when things really start to improve for you. Group 1. So we'll get your dice on top as well and finish up your reading. So we're rolling the first set of dice for you. That's the fantasy dice. These ones. And we're rolling 2 dice for you today, so it's not very many, but I always say that I do that pre-roll, just because if I roll all 9 dice and then only 2 of them have a message for you, then that would be very confusing. To have 7 messages that, you know, either contradict each other or just make no sense to you. So group 1, messages for you at this time. Interesting. So we've got the Minotaur there, and this kind of makes me feel like being afraid of something or someone, also kind of wanting to hide away a little bit. The Minotaur is kept hidden in the labyrinth. So part of me feels like either you feel stuck in this kind of maze-like situation, you're not sure which way to turn, you're afraid of making the wrong decision and ended up meeting something difficult like the Minotaur, or, you know, like a fear like the Minotaur. For some of you, this may also indicate that you just need to give yourself a break, because the Minotaur was kind of hated. He was, you know, half man, half bull, and was therefore seen as not right, like a kind of freak of nature kind of thing. And that was why he was hidden away. So maybe some of you have been kind of dwelling on insecurities recently, or really giving yourself a hard time mentally, and that just needs to stop, and you just need to be gentler and kinder to yourself, because otherwise you can't give that beautiful energy to others if your own kind of well of energy is empty. And we also have the flute there, so some of you might find music very therapeutic. I kind of feel a little bit of like the Pied Piper energy when I get this charm. I think of being tempted to go down a certain path, or being led down a certain path, whatever that path may be. So it does feel like you're struggling to make a choice, or you're feeling compelled to do something, but you're almost afraid to do it in case it gets cancelled, or in case, you know, it works out badly for you. But I think my message to you, Group 1, is just make that decision, because you'll feel so much better once you have done. It'll just be like a weight off your chest, I feel. So I really hope you enjoyed this today, Group 1. Please do comment below and let me know how it resonated. Like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share this with a friend if you think they would benefit from it. And if you'd like to get more involved with what I do here on the channel, then check out my description box, because I've got lots of links in there to help you get more involved with what I do. You can go and follow me on Instagram or Bilibili if you'd like to do that. You can become a patron on my Patreon page and get access to exclusive content and just get to know me a little bit better. And there's also lots of ways that you can donate to the channel as well, either a tip or a small donation, or actually donating a deck if you would like to do that. And I do offer angel healing sessions on my Etsy page as well, if that's something you'd like to do. So yeah, thank you so much for spending your time with me here today, Group 1. I hope this was able to calm you down a little bit and just alleviate some of your worries. Thank you for sharing your energy with me here today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye, take care. Hey there, Group 2. If you chose the Cheshire Cat and Tarot in Wonderland, then this is going to be your reading. And I've just laid out some crystals that we used in the healing session, so if you didn't watch that and you're wondering what they are, I just kind of want them there for you guys to absorb that energy and to get that energy into the reading that I'm going to do now, because I have a crystal for star seeds, water element, fire element, earth and air element, and then I have 2 gorgeous little heart crystals there just to encourage heart healing, raising the vibration of the collective, greater love and compassion in general. So that's what they are, in case you were wondering. So Group 1, messages for you right now. Okay, so we've got the Star as our first card, which is gorgeous. Then Temperance, so starting out with 2 major arcana cards. Justice, wow. And Judgment. Okay, so they're all major arcana cards. Wow. So we've got Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Libra represented here. So very strong air energy already, but also some fire as well. I wouldn't be surprised as well from what I've seen so far if you guys are star seeds, because I'm seeing that already in the imagery of these cards. So that may also be contributing to the reasons why you feel like you don't fit in here, or you don't like living on Earth at the moment. Like, it feels very dense, very heavy, very intense for you. You're being asked not to give up hope. I mean, that's the first message I've got for you, is you're being asked to stay optimistic, as difficult as it may be at this time, as harrowing as what you might have experienced. You know, a lot of us have experienced loss, whether that is genuine grief, like loss of a person, loss of a relationship, loss of a job, loss of financial security, just loss of opportunities as well for most people, loss of the year that we thought we would have. And so you're just being asked to just make your peace with that, because Temperance is very much about coming into balance. It's about, I would say, acknowledging feelings of anger or frustration or disappointment or sadness or grief, but not letting them overwhelm you, not letting them overcome you and define you as a person, not letting that eat you up inside. You know, you might feel like you want to scream or be aggressive or things like that. You might feel like you just want to sit down and cry all the time. You might feel like you don't have the energy to get out and even go for a walk or get dressed of a morning or whatever. But this is just saying, whatever those feelings are, acknowledge them, and try not to think, oh my god, this makes me a terrible person because I feel violent, or I feel like I'm such an emotional mess, or I feel lazy, or anything like that. Don't let that define you. Whatever you're experiencing right now, as I was talking about in the healing session, is likely not your own feelings. It is likely just an energetic reaction to the energies that you've been picking up from the current situation or from people around you. You know, a lot of us are kind of living in a climate of fear at the moment. A lot of us living in a kind of a state of uncertainty constantly, and that leaves you feeling very unsettled, and you can react to that in lots of different ways. So don't let those feelings and those extremes define you, because that's not who you are. That's just an energetic kind of backlash. And justice as well is a gorgeous card to come out here. Justice and judgment seems to suggest that things will work out well for you, that you will be able to reclaim what you have lost. And I know a lot of you are saying, well, I'm never going to get that job back, or I'm never going to get that family member who passed on, or that great friend that I no longer speak to because we had an argument or whatever. And it's true. You know, things may not go back to exactly as they were, but things will be reclaimed for you. You will get another job. You will see that family member again in whatever form that may be. You will gain another true friend if you've fallen out with one. I feel like everything is going to balance out perfectly for you, group 2. It feels like the books are just going to balance perfectly once all of this has kind of died down. It's genuinely the energy I'm getting, is that things are going to be put back to rights for you, because I feel as though possibly more than any of the other groups, you are a very moral person, and you always try and find the reason or the meaning behind things, and you're struggling to see why you have suffered the way that you have. You know, you're thinking, well, I'm a good person, or I've always tried to be a good person. Why should this happen to me? You know, why should I have lost this or had to compromise on this? And so I feel like everything will be balanced back out for you again. Okay, so here you've got the Divine Director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. That's beautiful. Divine intervention is occurring. So it seems like things are already being worked out for you right now. And again, there's this very strong starseed energy from this card. It kind of feels like your case is already being heard in the divine courtroom, or, you know, however we want to talk about it, like the galactic decision-making people are kind of looking at your situation. They're saying, yeah, that's not right. This person needs a break, or we need to do something about what this person's been experiencing. So it seems like things are already being decided for you, group 2, which is a lovely message to know that you're not living this alone, that you're not going through this alone, that what is happening to you is being seen from above. Breach, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Absolutely. Don't let this situation break you. Don't let it stop you from doing what you feel is right, even if you have lost friends because they don't agree with you. You know, even if you may have lost friends to conspiracy theories, for example. You're the light of truth here. You are the light of justice and righteousness. You're being asked to just continue what you're doing because you are on the right path, group 2. Message from the masculine now. Apollo, inquiry. And Apollo is also, I mean, obviously has connotations now with space and therefore starseeds, but Apollo is the light of the world. He is the god of light, the god of inspiration, the god of creativity and arts and things like that. So enlightenment is honestly what I feel. Things will become clear to you in the future. You will receive clarity. You will receive understanding. You will once again receive enthusiasm. And I've just noticed as well, of course, Breach is connected to the flame. So there's a lot there about light. Breach, also well known in Celtic mythology for grieving her son who was killed. It was said that she invented a type of mourning, which I think is called keening, where you kind of shriek and shout. So that may reflect what you've been going through right now. Okay, quite a few of these cards coming out for you now, group 2. So number 31, Oracle. Sacred living, spirit speaking, and that word intervention again. So intervention definitely coming for you. Also, I love the way that this looks. We can't see much of the surrounding. It kind of looks like it is Mount Olympus in a way, you know, like you're already there. People watching you from above and deciding things for you, trying to set things to right for you. And of course, the Oracle of Delphi, possibly the most famous oracle in ancient Greek history, was an oracle of Apollo. So I think it's amazing that you've got that kind of connection with those two cards right next to each other. Then you have number 18, the Green Man. rising, energy surge, fertility. So things all kind of coming back to life for you. Like I said, if you have felt that things have been taken from you, or like things have been put on hold for you, then suddenly you get that blossoming energy coming through again. And then number 21, homeward traveler, completion, reunion, return. Beautiful. The sense of things just kind of coming full circle for you. Group 2, like your journey here, your struggles, your situation just coming to an end and being put back on an equal footing. But again here, I think, you know, star seeds, these little, they look like little starry orbs all trying to go back home. So I would really recommend group 2, if you don't know much about star seeds, giving it a Google, seeing if anything really sticks out to you as a message, maybe trying to get involved more with that, because that may give you a greater sense of purpose and a greater sense of connection. Let's get you a dragon message. Okay, black dragon cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. And this is this feeling, you know, it's got this growing intensity that I'm getting here. It feels like things are about to refresh and recharge for you. It's like you're in that waxing moon state now, about to come full circle to the full moon. Princess, number 1, you can be your own knight. So again, taking charge, determined not to let this situation stop you, not backing down from what you believe is right. You know, a knight is a defender and a campaigner in many ways. A knight is a rescuer. So that brings us back to those messages from Breege. Ooh, you're getting lots of cards, group 2. So, grounding, go deep, explore your roots. And again, that could be connected to star seeds, like exploring your galactic roots. Unknown territory, you are exactly where you need to be, which is great. I said earlier that it feels as though you are on the right path. Wise leader, you are a beacon for others. And look how similar these two images are. That's incredible. You're a beacon for others. So be a role model to other people. As I said, not everyone may agree with you and your beliefs. But like a knight, you kind of need to stand fearlessly in those beliefs. Miracles, my favorite card in the deck. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Beautiful. And then you have uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. So it does feel like these positive messages coming in for you now. Feels like things are about to turn around. Group 2. Let's get you a few more messages. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. Blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it. So I feel like these two cards are saying, follow your intuition, do what you know is right, essentially. You know, do what you feel personally for you is the right thing. Follow your convictions and your beliefs, whatever they may be. And then knock and it shall be open to you. I feel like, again, you're being asked to ask questions. You're being asked to delve deeper into what's going on around you. Again, I really feel like you should look up star seeds if you think that that could be something that resonates, because it just seems to be coming up again and again, and it's about learning more about yourself. Prayer as well, or asking for help through meditation, will kind of be a good inroad for allowing higher vibrational energies to come in and guide you. Ask for help and you shall receive it, essentially. Love. Beautiful card. So love coming your way as well. And I feel like it's not just about, you know, traditional romantic love or anything like that. I think it's just greater love in general in your life. I'm struggling to find a place to put all these gorgeous cards because I don't want them to overlap too much. So now I'm going to get you some cards that are very personal to me, which I don't really use much outside of readings for myself. And I'm going to pull 3 of them, and then I'm going to read little bits from the guidebooks just so that you hear the words from the guidebooks, because they're gorgeously written guidebooks. They're all Alana Fairchild decks, and I really recommend them to anyone who is looking for a really powerful deck, anyone who's really serious about healing. I recommend looking into purchasing one of these decks. Stay true and be in your power. Osiris and Isis, Lord and Lady of Divine Authority. This is such a repeated message for you, Group 2. Stay true to who you are, be in your power, know what is right, and follow it. Then your Kuan Yin Oracle message is the Dance Unveiling, number 36. And from the other deck, the Divine Circus Oracle. Circus of Love, 35. Gorgeous, and you got that love card, so that makes a lot of sense as well. So let's check out the guidebooks and see what the little introductions to the cards say. So, stay true and be in your power. You are a sovereign divine being with spiritual authority and freedom within you. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and to live your life as you so choose. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is. That card's called Uncovering Treasure. And remember that you are a divine being. So that's a beautiful message to start off with. Let's check the Dance Unveiling now. Gorgeous cards. There is a situation in your life that is about to reveal itself to you with greater clarity. Just like sands shifting, the picture will seem clearer and quite different to how it once appeared to you. This clarity will bring you great relief and confirmation of your intuition. Be patient and allow the revelation to come to you at the perfect time. So what I was saying about receiving understanding, receiving clarity as to why things have happened to you, or, you know, receiving understanding about why people behaved the way they did, or why they said what they said. Really incredible. And then Circus of Love, finally. Love in all its forms is the ultimate prize in the game of life, but you've got to be in it to win it. Forget excuses and open your heart to love, to life, to luck, to laughter, for the Circus of Love is rolling into your soul town, and it's time for you to be swept off your feet. Beautiful. So love in all areas of your life about to take shape. So I'll just get you a couple of little cards now, and then we will do your charms and dice, Group 2. Messages for Group 2. Messages for Group 2. Daisy, believe and trust in happiness. That's a gorgeous card. Okay. Let's see what angels are working with you. Okay, so we have number 18 there. Let me just check what angel that is. Number 18. Angel of Prudence. Reflection is always necessary before undertaking something important. So kind of helping you to make up your mind, I feel. Helping you to figure out what the best decision is for yourself. Okay, and then your last cards. Group 2, we've got Pojade a bude ti dano. Oh my god. So this means ask and you shall receive. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. And I'm pretty sure I said something like ask for help and then you'll get it. So that's incredible that you've got that card. Pojade a bude ti dano. And then Nasloche druhim. Listen to others. Wow. Beautiful cards. Okay, so I'm going to get your charms now, Group 2. And just my quick disclaimer before I start shuffling, if you don't like the sound of the charms or you have the volume turned up really high, you might just want to turn it down while I shuffle them because they can be a bit loud sometimes, and I know that not everyone likes the sound of them. So, Group 2, messages for you right now. Okay, so we've got the letter A there. That could be someone's name, could be a place, could be a word, just whatever comes to you when I say the letter A. You've got the lobster charm, which means that you're very resilient. That means that you will overcome these difficulties, even if you personally feel like you just can't keep going. You absolutely will overcome all of this. You also have the Christmas tree charm, so that's a symbol of winter. I feel like you're being asked to stay in your power throughout the winter time, as that is kind of when you're going to need it the most. I feel like after that, things are going to start to thaw out for you, as they are in nature. You seem to be quite in tune with nature. We've got the dog who's very alert there, so stay very alert to your intuition and to the energies that are surrounding you. If you feel like you're spending a lot of time with low vibrational people or toxic people, or in situations that make you feel panicked or stressed, then do what you can to just pull away from those energies or distance yourself from those people as much as possible. We've also got the snail charm, so slow and steady wins the race. There's no need to rush yourself through this situation because it's kind of happening in divine timing. But like I said, I feel like your situation is currently under review from the divine director and, you know, other higher beings. They're kind of looking at your situation and they're thinking, right, something's going to change here. We need to help this person out a little bit. They've been through a tough time. You have Hermes or Mercury coming through for you here. So again, Mercury could be related to the planet. So a lot of galactic influences on this reading, but also Hermes or Mercury, of course, being the Greek and Roman messenger god. This could be to do with receiving messages. He's also a god of travel, a god of foreigners, merchants, commerce, business, all of those things. He's coming out for you. And you also have another deity, the Morrigan, so a Celtic deity. Funny that you've got a Greek god, and then you've got a Celtic goddess and a Celtic goddess. So nice that you've got that. The Morrigan is the Celtic goddess of war, battles, all of those things. And when I get this charm, I think of like an omen, like seeing an omen, knowing when something's going to change, or seeing something and realizing exactly what it means. So stay tuned for like very obvious animal symbols, or, you know, just like obvious signs that seem to be for you, because I think that that's going to help facilitate your understanding. But Morrigan is working with you just as Hermes is. You got Apollo and Bridge as well. Then you have the frog, so that makes me think of progress, like making a big leap, but also adaptability, being flexible to change and to, you know, harsh environments. And then this gorgeous goldfish, which is one of my favourite charms in the deck, not in the deck, in the tin. It doesn't come out very often, and it is related to a Chinese folktale, which is the belief that if goldfish swim up a waterfall, then they'll turn into a dragon. So basically, if you do something as difficult as that and as impressive as swimming up a waterfall, then you become something magnificent. And I feel like this is what is being said to you right now. The difficulties that you're currently going through are the equivalent of swimming up the waterfall, and then you will turn into this incredible dragon. You've got a couple of dragons coming out for you in the reading anyway, so there are these fire elemental energies as well as air elementals working with you, and of course the starseed influencers. But I just wanted to give you that message because that's a very auspicious message to get. So hang on in there, group 2. And let's get your dice on top as well to finish off your reading. Okay, so we're rolling the third set of dice for you. That's the mystery dice, and they look like that. And I'm rolling 8 of them for you today, so plenty of dice. Okay, group 2. Messages for group 2. Interesting. Wow. Okay, definitely a sign coming your way. We can see that very clearly. You're going to get a symbol that's kind of loud and clear coming your way. I can see that you felt like you're just going round and round in circles, not getting anywhere. You felt stuck recently, but you're about to be released from that. You're about to be set free. I think you're afraid of the future as well. This person looking around the corner, looking very scared. Just know that you are where you need to be right now don't worry about the future too much. A lot of you very skeptic at the thought of all these positive things coming in and change finally coming in, but just know that it is going to happen, regardless of whether you believe in it or not. The puppet is interesting because it's landed on that oracle card, and I just really do feel as though from above, like the puppet masters, you know, the divine director and things like that, they are watching over you and they're trying to shift the circumstances in your life to improve things for you. So in a way, things are going to kind of change without you having to do too much or think about it too much. So just hang on in there. Like I said, you're going to get a lot of clarity because at the moment you're just seeing the tip of the iceberg. You know, you're just seeing the symptoms of the situation without understanding the cause, or you're just seeing, you know, people's actions without knowing why they're doing it. But you are going to see the truth of the situation. I think as well you're going to realize someone's hidden motives. I think it's also important just to be there for people, because I think there are some people who wish you would reach out to them, or, you know, are trying to keep an eye on you, hoping that things are going to work out. So like it's saying here, listen to others. Be open to getting messages from other people. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you, group 2. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. Please do comment below. Let me know how it resonated. Like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Share the video with a friend if you think that they would benefit from watching it. And if you'd like to get more involved with what I do here on the channel, then you can check out my description box, because I have lots of links there to help you do that. So you can go and follow me on my social media channels if you'd like to do that. You can become a patron on my Patreon page, and you can donate to the channel in lots of different ways, whether you'd like to leave a small tip or a small donation, or actually donate a deck to the channel. We've got lots of links in the description box for that. And I am still offering angel healing sessions on my Etsy page. If that's something that interests you, then definitely check that out. But thank you for spending time with me here today, group 2. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I hope this has left you feeling a little bit more positive, a little bit more in control, you know, less uncertain, less worried, less anxious than you were when you clicked on this video. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Take care. Hey there, group 3. If you chose Grumpy and the Angel Tarot cards, then this is going to be your reading. Oh, let's just hope he stands up. Oh, that'll do. Okay, so if you're wondering what the crystals are that I've put on the mat here today, then they're just some crystals that I used in the healing session, a little mini healing session that I did earlier in the video. So I've laid out 2 heart crystals just to kind of raise the vibration of the collective, to encourage heart healing and greater love and compassion for everyone, because I want the crystals kind of to influence our reading a little bit, but also to have their energy absorbed by you as well. And then over in the corner, I've got 1 crystal each for starseed energy, water elemental energy, and then also fire elemental, earth elemental, and air elemental energy. So they're all over there. So group 3, let's see what messages want to come through for you today. Okay, group 3, messages for group 3. Okay, so let's see what we have. So we've got the Emperor, first of all, Archangel Michael, organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. Then we have Page of Air, Page of Swords, logical, honest, impulsive, curious, challenging information, delays or changes to plans, truth delivered without tact. I think we've had a lot of that recently. Then Ace of Water or Ace of Cups, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. And finally the Dreamer, which is the Fool, Archangel Metatron, a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. So I'm seeing Aries energy here, and also all of the air signs, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius coming through for this reading. What's interesting is I feel as though a lot of you, like I can see specifically what you're struggling with, group 3. I feel like a lot of you have really wanted to make a change to your love life recently. Like, I feel like part of that was almost like a New Year's resolution for you. Like, you wanted to revitalize your love life, or you wanted to have more fun in love, get more intimate with people. And it just feels like restrictions have got in the way repeatedly. And it's like, this was your final straw. Like, this is the straw that broke the camel's back. You know, you just couldn't cope with it anymore. And I feel as well like you're struggling to get things done in an organizational sense. And if you're a hardworking person, then that can be very difficult, either because you can't focus on your work because you're stressed about things, or you're worried about what's going to happen for your future, or just restrictions make it difficult for you to actually get done what you need to do. And so you're worried about the future in that sense. So I'm seeing both of those things. But then with the Fool and the Ace of Water, it's like this new beginning is coming. This is still on its way. It's like things have been delayed or changed slightly. They've not been ended for you. So I know some of you will be like, Emily, what are you saying? I've just broken up with someone, or, you know, I've lost someone, or I've lost my job. I know it might not be exactly what you wanted, or it might not be exactly the same, but I do feel like love is coming to you. I also feel like a lot of people care about you. I think you're someone who has a lot of friends. I think you're someone who is just a very beautiful and wonderful person, honestly. I think there's a lot to love about you, whether you see that in yourself or not. And the dreamer is promising you this new beginning. And so is the Ace of Water. So together there is two new beginnings. I just feel like it's been changed or delayed, you know, like pushed back, rather than actually being cancelled for you. So please take that on board. If you have been really upset thinking, well, I can't do this now, or it's ruined my plans for 2021 already, I don't think it's the case. I think you're going to rise up out of this. But I definitely see you guys being very emotional. And if you're an air sign, or you have that quite strongly in your chart, then this may be uncharacteristically emotional. You might be very, you know, worried about yourself. And I've said it to every pile, and I said it in the healing session as well. This, in all likelihood, is not who you are. You know, if you're thinking to yourself, why do I feel angry or violent? Why do I feel aggressive? Why do I feel sad and tearful? Why do I feel exhausted and like I can't pull myself out of bed in the morning? This isn't me. Correct. It's not you. It's likely just an energetic reaction to the energies that you've taken on from the situation or from other people around you. So this does not belong to you. Okay, this is not you. If you're worried about what this says about you, you know, that you feel angry or you feel tearful all the time, then just stop, because it does not define you. It is just an energetic reaction to the energies you're carrying around, which in all likelihood do not belong to you. So if you want to watch the healing session, if you didn't watch it already, there is like a little section of releasing and letting go, which I think you guys would benefit from, because this pile seems to be very tense, very stressed out. Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. So you're going to get some clarity about your situation. You're going to get a lot of understanding very soon and see the truth behind this issue. Lady Venus as well coming through makes me again want to connect this to love. I feel like you are going to get new love coming your way. Again, there seems to be like a lot of star seeds watching this reading. I know that I set out a starseed crystal, but that was because I felt compelled to do it. It's not something I would normally do. So I feel like a lot of starseeds have just chosen to watch this video, because you're not used to such density of energy. You know, you're not used to such intense feeling all the time, feeling drained all the time. Irene, peace. There is no need to worry, as everything is working out beautifully. I think that's a gorgeous message for those of you that are stressed or worried about the future. I feel like the message for this group, the mantra for this group should be, this too shall pass. You know, nothing lasts forever, even the good things. So the bad things definitely don't last forever. This too shall pass. This grief shall pass. This sense of loss will pass. This sense of frustration will pass. This whole global situation will pass. You know, it won't last forever. So I think that's something that you can kind of chant to yourself if you're feeling very down. Let's get a message from the masculine. Lu, skill, interesting. So he's a Celtic god, Lu. And having this come out for you is saying like work on your skills, work on your hobbies, your interests, etc. Use this time to level up because you guys are really ambitious. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some Capricorn energy here. Aries obviously as well, being in the driving seat, the Emperor energy there. It feels like you guys are constantly trying to improve yourselves, and I get that these knockbacks and these restrictions might leave you feeling just fatigued and exhausted, like I can't keep doing this anymore, I don't have the drive anymore, I don't have the energy. I understand that, but I would say honestly try and keep going with your interests. Try and use this time to get ahead of the game. The Tree of Illumination, number 7, truth, revelations, understanding. Wow, and look how this also seems to be coming from space, these messages. But how similar is that to this card? Truth, revealed, understanding, downloads, like these words are being repeated for you. Beautiful. A lot of blues and purples coming out for this group, so they may be colors you want to work with or wear to channel this calm energy. Number 3, Tower. Unplug and relax for a spell. You guys definitely need to give yourself a bit of a break, because I think as much as you should use this time to try and get ahead of the game, you're one of those people that is always trying to do something, and when you're constantly trying to push, you end up with no energy. So give yourself that break time. Give yourself time to relax, time to meditate. Make sure you're sleeping well, make sure you're hydrated. Have a bath, maybe go for a walk. Do those things that unplug you from screens and work and stress, because this group definitely needs it. Spend some time with an animal if you can. Okay, then your Dragon Oracle, you've got Alpha Dragon. Wow. Harnesses the divine masculine power of creation. Destroy the old. Visualize your dream. Help to manifest a new world. Wow. You guys have got the most powerful dragons out of all the groups so far, and of course they're very galactic. Orange Gold Dragon from Arcturus opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future. Be a guiding light. Incredible, you guys. So this is about really kind of rebirthing yourself, getting rid of the old. I'm just seeing like a snake shedding its skin now. You know, being able to leave behind the past and make your peace with that and look forward to these new energies, because you guys are visionaries, you are light workers, you are starseeds, and you've been put on this earth to guide humanity to this new experience, this new reality. So visualize what it is that you want. You will be surprised at what you can manifest. I'm telling you, you might feel like all is lost, like you won't get that relationship, you won't get that job, you can't have this now, blah, blah, blah. You never know what could happen. You know, things can turn around at the last minute, things can be changed and revoked, and all of this. Blockages can be released. Working with the divine masculine is also going to be very helpful for you at this time, because you've got divine masculine power of creation with Alpha Dragon, and you've got the Emperor coming through. Wow. You guys, reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. This is amazing. So whenever I see this image, I always think of the bubble kind of getting bigger and bigger, like the Good Fairy in The Wizard of Oz, and then it just pops and it's full size and it's real and it's there. So these castles that you've built in the sky, these dreams that you have, these ideas of what you want to manifest and achieve, you can make it happen, and you're closer to it than you imagine. I feel like you think that these things that you want are so far away and they're so far off in the future and so much needs to be done before you get there, but it honestly feels like you're practically there already, Group 3. Things are going to happen more quickly than you expect. Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. Okay, so this message as well, that you just don't end up lagging behind, or you don't end up settling for second best or doing less than your best. You know, like I've said, you do need time to yourself. You do definitely need to schedule time just to not do much and just to focus on recharging. But you can't let yourself get complacent, is what I'm feeling, group 3, because you are really important, and your existence in this world is really important. It's here for a reason. You are here for a reason. You have a very strong purpose. Pray and ask for strength, or meditate on strength and increasing energy. Aspiration, yes. Mountain pink flower there. Yes, aspiration. And that dragon butterfly is looking towards the sky, just like this one is. Really beautiful. So yeah, you guys, strong aspirations, strong visualization, strong ideas of what you want to achieve. So group 3, I'm now going to get you cards from 3 decks, which are pretty personal decks to me. I very rarely use them outside of readings for myself. They're very powerful decks, and I'll read a little bit from each guidebook just so that you can get the strong message of the guidebooks, because they're written beautifully. They're all decks by Alana Fairchild, and I really recommend them for anyone who is serious about healing and wants a very powerful deck. I would recommend looking into buying one of them. So let's get you your messages. Okay. So you have Goddess of 10,000 Names, Isis, Endless Emanations of the Priestess. Let's get the cards from the 2 other decks now. Kuan Yin message. Okay. So you've got 2 actually from this deck. You have Blessings of the Moon Maiden, number 2. And you have Radiant Moon of Compassion, number 23. So 2 kind of moon energies coming out there. And then message from the Divine Circus Oracle. The Velvet Queen, number 25. Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to read a tiny bit from the guidebooks, like I said, just so that you get those messages. So, Goddess of 10,000 Names, Endless Emanations of the Priestess. So, Isis, with many names, forms, associations, and expressions, is referred to as the Goddess of 10,000 Names. A name holds power. It defines and energizes or limits. The names, faces, and roles that you play are just one part of your being, yet you exist beyond them, beloved initiate, as a vast being. You are currently realizing that you are not limited by previous identities you held. Instead, you are becoming more of your whole self. Enjoy the uncovering of even more of you. So I feel like this is saying don't limit yourself to a particular career path, a particular definition like mother or daughter or sister or father or brother or anything like that. Don't limit yourself to shop worker or teacher or whatever it is. You are so much more than that. And I feel it's also about, listen to what you're calling yourself in your mind, how you talk about yourself in your mind. Be more compassionate and more encouraging. Then we have Blessings of the Moon Maiden. So the Moon Maiden with her lucky hair, H-A-R-E, not hair on your head, brings auspicious tidings of prosperity and abundance to you now. The universe seeks to replenish, restore, and create through you. Allow yourself to receive beyond what you have thought is possible by opening your heart with gratitude now. Let the blessings of good fortune from the beloved Maiden of the Moon, Kuan Yin, flow easily into your life now. And then number 23, Radiant Moon of Compassion. So this says Kuan Yin sits upon a radiant moon of compassion, pouring forth the spiritual strength needed for you to liberate yourself from lower vibrational energies of fear and judgment into the vibration of freedom, love, and peace where you naturally belong. You are being urged to use this power now to grow spiritually and free yourself from a situation that could draw you down. So it's very similar to this card, actually. Like we were saying, Ask for strength to not be pulled down into despondency or apathy or anything like that. Beautiful message. You might want to do a meditation that involves the moon, actually, or receiving light from a star, receiving compassion from the moon, something like that, because that's, you know, kind of the symbolism that we're getting here. And then Velvet Queen, number 25, a rare prize is to be bestowed upon you. The universe is confirming that the most luscious dreams of your heart are being nurtured into manifestation. To this end, you shall be given a saving grace, an intervention if needs be. To be open to receive, surrender doubt in favor of unconditional trust. Through your trust and optimism, you make it easier for the universe to give you a most deserved gift. So, what was I saying earlier? It seems like things are going to manifest for you very quickly, and at a rate that you kind of didn't expect or didn't believe was possible. So that's a very positive message for you guys, group 3. So I'm just going to get you a couple of tiny cards, and then we'll do your charms and dice. Messages for group 3. Okay, Iris, spread your creative wings and take flight. So, you know, like we've been talking about aspiration, flying, etc., looking up to the sky. Creativity is interesting. That could be to do with the skills that you've been asked to cultivate. See what angels are working with you now, group 3, sorry. Number 24. Okay, let's look up what angel that is. Number 24. Angel of forgiveness. Resentments must be let go of in order to overcome life's problems and anguish. So forgiving yourself and others, but I think just in general, forgiving the situation, forgiving the world right now, forgiving the way things are, where you felt like you've been held back. Okay, and then you've got a couple of these tiny angel cards just to finish off. So, si pod nejvyšší ochranou. You are under the highest protection, which is a beautiful message. Buď tady a teď. Be here and now. So again, being in the time, being in the space, not worrying too much about the future. Sdílej své nadšení se světem. Share your enthusiasm with the world. And again, we've been told that you are this visionary, you are someone who is meant to spread your light and your talents throughout the world. Žij v míru se sebou I se světem. Live in peace with yourself and with the world. You know, we've talked about forgiving the world, forgiving yourself, etc. Trying to find peace within. And oplýváš talenty, proměň je ve zlato. So this is like develop your talents and turn them into gold, which again is what we've been talking about. Skills leading to great rewards, getting ahead of the game. So group 3, I'm going to do your charms now and then your dice. But before I start shuffling the charms, I just want to give you a quick warning. If you don't like the sound of the charms, or if you have the volume turned up high, you might just want to turn it down quickly while I start shuffling, just because I know that not everyone likes the sound. So group 3, messages you need to hear right now. Okay, we've got the letter N and the letter R. So those could be names, places, words that come to you. We also have the screwdriver. So fixing something that's felt unstable or uncertain, making something more certain, more firm. We also have the growth charm, which is gorgeous, and the butterfly. So this sense of transformation. Somewhere, I can't remember where it was talking about going through a metamorphosis, and that seems to be what's happening to you right now. You are taking off this layer of skin that is just no longer serving you. It's like dry, it's empty, you know, we're sloughing off all that negative energy and getting ready for something new, something more stable and secure. Security there. I can see the worry that you're going through at this time, but I really do feel like it's unfounded at this moment. Someone's going to be very excited to see you soon, which is interesting. So again, this could be related to the romantic thing, because we've got a knight in shining armor there, a divine masculine. So a knight could be knight of earth, cups, wands, swords, it doesn't matter. But there is a knight coming through for you, so that's especially true for anyone who's waiting for a masculine. If you are a feminine waiting for a masculine, then I feel like you are going to get that sooner than you expected. Things are already working out for you behind the scenes. You're just not aware of it yet. Soon you're going to start to see the effects of all of that. We've got the Ace of Swords there, new communication, possible defensiveness as well that I see when I get the swords, but I feel like this is more about communication and inspiration this time. We've got Lady Aphrodite or Venus here to work with you now. Incredible. And of course she is associated, the goddess that is, not the ascended master, the goddess is associated with love and beauty and sexuality. And then we have the Russian doll. So for some of you, that's a message connected to Russia or the Russian language or someone with a Russian name. But for a lot of you, this is about not bottling up your feelings. So you don't have to put on a brave face to the world. It's fine to tell your friends that you're struggling, or it's fine to have a rant to a family member about what you're going through. You know, you don't always have to be seen to be that strong person. Okay, so let's get your dice on top as well and finish up your reading, group 3. Okay, so we're rolling the first set of dice for you today. That is the fantasy dice. They look like that. See how many we're rolling for you. 5. Okay, so group 3. Messages for you right now. Interesting. Okay, so we've got this Fool dice already, because I think of the Fool when I see that, and we've got the Fool card, although it's called the Dreamer in that deck. So new beginnings, and also I think of travel and just kind of optimism, happy-go-lucky energy when I get that. And then, where is it? Here, travel, adventure. Definitely there are new opportunities coming your way. There may soon be the opportunity to travel somewhere, or connect with someone who has been at a distance from you for a long time, and therefore you haven't had that connection. So that opportunity is coming your way. You have got Hermes or Mercury here working with you. He is the Greek and Roman messenger god. He's also a god of travel. He's a god of foreigners, foreign things, commerce, business, all of those things, lots of things essentially. He's a god of lots of things, but he's coming out to help you here. And of course you've got Lou and Irene as well. Then you have this creativity symbol. So your inspiration and your creativity is really going to help you. And look, this dragon is also holding this kind of quill pen. So there's a repeated image there, all about creation. And finally, the lighthouse, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel, being guided to the end of a difficult time, walking in the light. Very similar looking actually to the turrets on that castle card. So reaching your destination, seeing the end of a journey and feeling like you finally got to where you wanted to be. So I really hope you enjoyed this group 3. Please do let me know in the comments how it resonated with you. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends if you think that they would benefit from this video. And if you'd like to get more involved with what I do here on the channel, definitely check out my description box, because I have lots of things to do over there. So you can join me on my social media channels. Go and follow me on there if you'd like to. You can join me on my Patreon page and get exclusive content, and also get to know me a little bit better over there. And there are also lots of ways that you can donate to the channel if you so choose to, such as leaving a small tip or donation for the videos that I make here, or actually donating a deck if you're feeling very generous. And I am still offering angel healing sessions on Etsy if that's something that interests you, so definitely check that out. And yeah, thank you so much for spending your time with me here today, group 3, and sharing your energy with me. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Take care.